For research scholars, 3-4 things become very important, and that is common across research streams. One is when you are working on a topic, how do you narrow down and have your research focused on a particular issue becomes extremely important. So that requires a extensive reading, yet keeping an objective that I have to arrive at a research topic. So that initial reading of 6-7 months becomes extremely important. That's the first thing. Second thing I would say, when you do research, and if it is applied economic research, you should know policies related to that sector in totality. If you do not know the policies that were introduced and is evolving over time in relation to that particular sector, you would really not be able to understand the data. Third issue that is extremely important, apart from your reading and arriving at a research problem, is then to collect data. Fourth is your techniques. But unfortunately, as we see these days, many times students start with the technique first. Which tools to be applied, right? I don't think that's the right way to do research. Tools, econometric tools, statistical tools are instruments through which you want to prove a particular point, get a robust estimate of what you, of certain things. But to say that I am going to apply this tool based on a certain set of data, that's really does not mean research. Research requires a lot of understanding of the issues of the sector and what has happened when you do applied research in terms of policies. So that's very important. Last, I would say, when we do research, we need to be careful about time and publication. So we understand that research will take time, so initial time should be devoted more on reading, studying, understanding data, understanding the sector, understanding the policies related to that sector. And then once you have your research questions properly framed, analysis should not take much time. So instead of starting how I do analysis based on certain techniques, I think the focus should be on what I should be studying. So first few months just study and decide what should be the nature of my studies in the next 4 years in terms of both research, analysis and arriving at conclusion. We also have to be very careful about writing. Writing is a very important skill that one needs to have to write good research paper and focus on publication.